Cleanliness is close to godliness. I've heard this so many times growing up. My mom would constantly say this phrase. And even as a non-believer, as an adult, I realize that it's true. It's a true statement. Being cleansy brings you closer to godhood. It brings you closer to perfection. It brings you closer to excellence. Living in a clean environment, it elevates your mental state. I would argue that your environment is a reflection of your mental state. Very rarely do I run into somebody who's successful and lives in filth. It's almost impossible. Usually when somebody's living in squalor and filth and decay, their mind isn't right. Their mind is in a state of decay. Their mind is in a state of chaos. Because successful people, people that are getting stuff done, people who know who they are, people who have a clear vision for the future, they cannot tolerate chaos. And that's the reason why they're successful. That's the reason why they meet their goals. Because their mind is organized. Their mind is clean. Your surroundings, the way you keep yourself, the way you keep your belongings, the way you keep your environment is a reflection of how your mind operates. It's almost impossible for you to lock in if you're living in a mess. If there's rats, if there's cockroaches, if there's flies, if there's rotten food laying around on the counters, trash, pieces of paper, water bottles, whatever it is. Almost every single time you go to meet somebody who's already made it, take note of this one thing, their environment. Your environment is a make or break of who you become in this life. You can either live in squalor, constantly trying to maintain, or you can live in cleanliness. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Doesn't matter what you think. The fact stands that organized people know how to handle their environment. Keeping your environment tidy shows a level of discipline, shows a level of self-regulation that most people just don't have. This is the reason why when you go to a poor country, everything's a mess. It's not a mess because they're poor. It's not a slum because they're poor. It's a slum because they're lazy. There's no level of wealth or poverty that stops you from being a clean person. But more than likely, if you're not a clean person, you're not going to be wealthy. Usually, a person's outside appearance is a reflection of their inside appearance. If you're a messy person in your thoughts, if you're unorganized, if you don't have a structured way of thinking, then your environment is also going to be unstructured. And the universe lends itself to entropy, right? Really does. So you're fighting against the natural course of things. Only a fighter is going to do that. Somebody who's weak, somebody who doesn't have that dog in them is not going to go against the natural order of things. They're going to let everything devolve and break down because they don't have that inner strength. As a human being, you should constantly be searching for that inner strength. You should constantly be self-regulating. I self-regulate every single day. If you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to observe your surroundings and think to yourself, is this the most efficient way for me to operate in this world in order to achieve my goals? Then you're just not going to make it. I hate to break it to you. And it doesn't matter how many videos like this one you watch. It doesn't matter how many courses you buy. You're going to be stuck. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Staying in a clean environment is not easy. It takes a lot of self-discipline. It takes a lot of understanding who you are as a person. Because the mess that surrounds you is not a mess that just showed up out of nowhere. It's a mess that was built piece by piece. And if you don't have enough self-awareness to realize, oh, this wrapper I just opened up, I need to toss it in the trash. Oh, this notebook, need to put it away. Oh, there's some dust accumulating here. Let me wipe it off. Then it's going to pile up. Just like the chaos in your mind is piling up. That's the reason why you can't get anything done. An unorganized mind lends itself to an unorganized environment. And vice versa. If you're in a chaos environment that you're not creating yourself, other people around you are creating it, you got to leave that environment if you want to grow. If you want to find the success that you're seeking, You're going to have to expand and go out of your comfort zone, because if you stay around messy people, you'll be another messy person. You'll be another failure, another loser. This isn't rocket science. I haven't discovered something new. One of the first steps for you to grow as a person is to look at your environment and ask yourself, is this an environment that's going to lend itself to me growing? Am I going to become a better person staying in this environment? Once you begin to know yourself, you'll be able to look around at your environment and determine if it's a mess or not. A lot of people can't tell that they're living in a mess. That's a sad thing. A lot of people go throughout their day covered in filth without even realizing it. They're so used to the chaos that they don't see the state of their condition. Do you think that poor people that are struggling go through life aware that the decisions that they're making are the things that are keeping them down? It's like a fish in water. They know something's wrong. They know they can do better. They see other people that are successful, but it seems so far and so out of their reach that they just settle for whatever environment they're in. A lazy mind will stop you from achieving any goal that you've ever set out to do. Cleaning is not hard. It's really not. It's all about willpower. Do you have the willpower to stop what you're doing and pick up that piece of trash? Do you have the willpower to stop what you're doing and wash those dishes? Do you have the willpower to go through your refrigerator and throw out stuff that's old that you don't need anymore? Do you have the willpower to paint your walls? Do you have the willpower to sweep and mop? That's what it comes down to. And if you don't have the willpower for the basics, how would you have the willpower to start a business? Realizing that you're living in a state of decay is the very first step on your path to success. Very rarely do I see somebody who's made it and they live in filth. The majority of people that are living in filth, their mind isn't right. For you to live in a filthy environment with a mess, garbage, it reflects that your mind isn't right. And if your mind isn't right, your body will reflect that. Your environment will reflect that. Everything around you will reflect that. I get that it's hard. I really do. But it's up to you to wake up and realize that if you want to improve, if you want to meet your goals and succeed, you got to make a change in your life. Nobody's going to make the change for you. The decision is yours. So go do that. Go clean your room. Start small. And before you know it, your environment will be clean and your mind will be clean. Anyways, I just want to talk about this topic, get it off my chest. I was thinking about it. I thought it was an interesting thing to bring to you guys. So thank y'all for watching. Peace.